Hi guys, and welcome to another video by channel Vegan and Frodo. So today's video is going to be a pretty quick one, but I think it's somewhat a pretty important one because a lot of people want to do long distance riding, right? And a lot of people want to get into it, and it's really like you don't know until you know, right, what you need on the road and what might come in handy. So this video is basically going to be a quick 5 things that I didn't think I would need, but I did need, and I've learned that these 5 things was something that really came incredibly useful on the road, and you just don't know until you know, until someone tells you that you should probably really take these things with you. So let's first things first is one of these little chargers. So what these things are, like it's a little charger, portable charger, and you basically charge it from the wall with electricity, and then you can plug any of your devices with, like, it's a Garmin, I don't know, headphones, your cell phone, your MP3 player, whatever it is that you want to charge on the road. If you're going for a long distance ride, or if you're touring or whatever, even lights, like this thing charges lights. If, for example, in the middle of the day you're out of energy on your phone or on something, on your Garmin's like, because they, Garmin's usually last in terms of energy for like 5 hours max, if you non-stop using them, and especially if you're using the map and you're routing somewhere, like that just takes the energy like crazy. So these little guys, I'm surprised that a few people still don't know about these, so get yourself one of these. Like, you can buy it in most of your electronics shops. I don't know whether you have Dick Smith Electronics or JB Hi-Fi or whatever it is. Super useful, very helpful, saved my little butt many times. Basically, when you're in the middle of nowhere and you need your phone or you need your map on your Garmin. And it is also nice to have charge on your phone or on your Garmin to be able to track the entire trip or entire day of riding, if you're going for 200 or 300k ride, for example, right? So very helpful, very useful. This is tip number 1. Oh, they also come in all sorts of different shapes, sizes, really strong ones, cheaper ones that are not as, won't charge for as long. And the percentage before you saw on the screen on this particular one, this would just show you how much energy, how much charge is left on this little baby, and you know that you can keep on charging something or whatever. You can stop. So yep, get yourself one of these if you're wanting to do long distance rides and you're wanting to track your entire ride, because whatever phone you have, it will probably run out of energy, even if you have the latest iPhone. Okay, number 2, something that I found incredibly helpful when touring, when riding long distance, these bags. I'll show you. These are just like regular, I don't know, can you see? They're just like ordinary bags that you can buy from the supermarket, but they're really thick. They're like garden bags, and you use these, like, to collect all that crap in your garden, when you're trying to get rid of stuff. Like, they're just from a really thick material, like really, and they're waterproof. And basically what you do is you put them in your racks, in each one of your bags on your rack, and you kind of mush it up. I just realized that you probably can't hear me since I'm making all this noise with these bags. I'll quickly fold it. Here you go. I quickly fold it. So basically these guys save you when you're on the road and it's freaking plummeting, pouring down rain. Like, I had my actual rack, my actual bags, right, my pannier bags, fill like with water, with like 200 or 500 mils of water, like literally legit inside of the bag, just sitting there, because the bag is somewhat water resistant but not really waterproof. So there's water like is collected at the bottom of the actual bag. But these guys, make sure that you have some sort of dry clothing or anything that you bring with you, and you tightly wrap in these guys when you arrive to a destination where you're riding to. So that's insanely helpful when you're out touring and it's freaking crazy rainy, and all you want to do when you get to a motel or wherever is to just have a shower, get warm, and change into something that is dry. And these guys actually like legit can help you make sure that you have something that's dry, whether it's spare pair of shoes, some socks, and just little things that you have in your rack that you're taking with you. Same as electronics. There's another thing I'll tell you is my electronics. All of my electronics, like my little cords, my little everything, they always travel in plastic bags, and obviously they're reusable, so I use them ongoingly on all my trips. But it is just so damn important, because you know that electronics and water, they don't mix unless you're super lucky that every single piece of everything you have that's electrical is waterproof, which is not many of us, like, let's say that. You want to use plastic bags, and we have these tools, so just use them. They're very helpful, and especially when even if you just out riding like for a few hours and there's a chance of rain, I think it's helpful to at least have a plastic bag with you so you can put your electronics in that plastic bag. So speaking of plastic bags, since we're still on the subject, something that is new that I started doing my most recent trip, and I think it's actually very, very handy and helpful, is having a plastic bag. Again, sorry, don't hate me people who hate plastic, but anyway, like these things are helpful and they'll last you for eternity, basically. Paper map inside of a plastic bag. If you don't have a Garmin, or if you're somewhere where you're not sure on the road and not sure on different ways of getting around, or you're new to the area, paper maps. Paper maps are great things, because you can just kind of look in the area where you're at. You can definitely plan different ways of getting to a new city, to the next destination. Usually get a good one from the area that you're at. So this one, I actually got this from like a hotel. It was free, so no worries. In fact, that's what I do when I go to all new countries or new cities or wherever I go. If I need a map and I can't use my phone, for example, for internet, like when you're overseas, traveling and stuff, I just go to a hotel and get a free map, and then I work out my way around. But for this particular, when you're touring, going long distance riding, and well, okay, maybe this is more specific for touring, having a paper map and keeping it in a plastic bag was so helpful. Because, like, seriously, if it rains and you're trying to go from point A to point B, having your paper map with you, if electronics fails, or you don't have a Garmin, or you don't have connection on your internet on your phone, this can be your lifesaver. Or even, like, you can point out where you're going to the next destination if you're just unsure which way to go. And you can also communicate with people around you, show them the paper map, and they be able to help you to get to the place or point to the right road or whatever. And okay, so we've had we only had 3. Wow. Okay. Next one, number 4. This guy. This is a rolling pin. You probably know that it is one. It is so incredibly helpful to massage all of your areas, like your legs, your muscles, your calves, your upper body. Like, I even do it on my forearms here, just kind of when you're lying down, you can roll it and you roll it out. And sometimes when you're just so tired, this guy, you might not want to be able to massage yourself with your arms, but with the rolling pin, it's just so much easier to roll out all of your muscles. Also, if you position yourself correctly, you're also able to roll out like all over here, just your shoulders and your neck, and you just do it on the floor, on the bed when you get to your destination. So helpful. Like seriously, after with my previous tour, I just had to go to Woolworths and get one of these guys, and seriously it was like $3. Like, they don't cost too much, but they really really do help, and the amount of pain you can relieve yourself from is incredible. Just as good, you know, to stretch and make sure that you stretch every night, but this is just like the next level. It's like when you have those, you know, big blue foam rolling things that you can roll out your muscles on. So obviously you won't be taking one of those with you touring, but these guys, it's a little chunky, I guess, and you just kind of weigh up if you'll need it, if you get sore or not usually. But I know if I go for very very long rides, I appreciate having one of these guys with me absolutely every time. And let's go number 5, the very last random little thing that I have learned and well now know to take with me on my every tour is this is just an example of one of the magnesium little liquid magnesium oils. I basically bought this one because it was small little package, because I didn't want to drag something like huge like this around, right, because it's big and heavy. But I seriously, I still swear by using magnesium oil, because it is just so helpful to relax. Like, it's such a helpful relaxing, you know what I mean. Like, it's so helpful for your muscles. It helps your muscles recover faster, relax. You don't get so many, you know, those spasms and pinches and stuff that you sometimes get after you exercise a lot. And in here I'll throw in a little tiger balm as well. So these two little guys, I take them with me. You can say that they're a little heavy, but they're not really that heavy. And again, tiny little tips and tricks, but having these guys seriously relieved me of so much pain. So if you're considering of taking or not taking, like, take one of them for example if you're not sure, but think about it, at least consider it before going on a long trip, long adventure, somewhere in the middle of wherever, cycling for hours and hours and hours, day after day after day. Because these things, they, you know, you want to look after your body and you want to feel good, and you don't want cycling every day to be a drag. You want to enjoy it, and in order to enjoy it, you got to look after your body. You got to make sure you get enough sleep. You got to make sure you're eating enough. You got to make sure you're drinking plenty of water. You need to make sure that you're stretching and rolling out your muscles with a, it's cheap, it's, you know, and anyone can do it, but it just helps so much in your overall how you feel at the end of the day, or especially in the very morning, like, or the next day. You just feel like such relief, like such a big difference compared to when you don't look after your muscles the night before to when you do. So let's end this video here. It was gonna be a short one, but we've just been talking and talking about these things. So these are my little 5 hacks, little 5 tricks of things that you should probably consider taking with you on your, when you're going touring next, or when you're going on your long rides next. Hope it has been helpful. Hope you found something new, just kind of gave you a new little idea. Feel free to post questions down below. Let's, you know, what are your little hacks? What are your tricks? What do you like to use and think is very, very helpful to use when you're out, you know, touring or riding for many, many hours? And thanks for being again on the channel. Remember to stop counting calories, start counting kills, count your adventures, count your passions, and hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day. Remember to stretch, eat plenty of carbohydrates, get lots of sleep, and drink loads of water. Lots of love to you guys. Bye.